This is kind of crazy, huh? Go to good old ChatGPT. Okay, so, dude, it's a whole vibe over here. So who am I here with?
Kind of cooked. My name is Mystery. I am your girlfriend,
I have one of those, yes.
shockingly.
Surprisingly. Beyond surprisingly.
I don't know. We're just here. It's Friday night. So
We're going out on the town.
we're enjoying the time that we have together. It's a lovely day out, by the way. Supposed to get some rain this weekend, so right now it's really pretty. We've got some golden hour going on.
Oh, yeah. No, we went somewhere close to the beach.
It's stunning.
And
We're right in front of the river, so
yeah, the
very
river.
bright in the background. Probably can't see it too well, but it's very pretty. So if this is your reminder, go out into nature today if you have not already done so.
We did it.
You'll probably feel a lot more relaxed and not as stressed.
And this is going to be the series Better Together. This is episode 1. What are our plans to talk about on this?
We want to talk about how we are trying to be Christ-like in our daily lives, not only with work, but with our families and in everything we do as well. Yeah, I mean, just being a light to other people and trying to be less of ourselves and more of Jesus. So.
And we're not saying it's going to be easy.
No,
It is never easy.
So many days, and I mean multiple times a day.
Oh.
Multiple times a day.
100%.
Where I'll have like a really bad attitude or a really bad thought, and I instantly am just like, why am I thinking that? Like, why am I doing this? It happens every day. So if that's you, that's normal. You're not alone. But you know, still getting up and trying again, and that's really all he asks us to do. So.
Well, it's like every day restarts, every day is a new day. So if you take one bad day, all right, you're one bad day down.
Yeah.
All right, let's make sure the next day isn't a bad day. It's a good day.
Yeah, and when you have that bad day, you wake up the next day being appreciative that it's a fresh start and it's not just continuing what the day before was, essentially, is kind of how I like to think about it now. Like, had a bad day at work. All right, go home, decompress, eat a good meal, watch your favorite show with your partner, go to bed, try to go to bed at a decent time, get some good rest, and then wake up the next morning and, it's a new day. So it's, you get to set the tone and, can't decide what's going to happen during that day, but you can adjust your mindset to what the challenges are of the day. That's always the biggest struggle, is just your mindset with responding to things that happen throughout the day, especially. Because there's a lot of bad situations and a lot of annoying things that you get annoyed at. But, taking it with a grain of salt.
Well, it's like what you call it? That Tyler Perry. Have you ever seen that quote? Yeah. It's like, never be 100%. Your partner will never be 100% of what you want.
I don't know.
A
lot of references go over my head, so.
Oh, that's totally fair. That's totally fair.
Yeah. It reminds me of the good old days.
Dude, the good old days.
Good old days of just being hoodlums and not caring.
Why do we only consider the good old days good old days?
I mean, usually it's during a period of time when you're growing up that you just don't really have a lot of like real responsibilities. Like, you're not an adult, you're not having to pay bills, like you're usually still living with your parents. You're able to kind of like just hang out with your friends, and you really don't have many other worries except maybe you forgot to do the dishes before you left your house, and your mom's gonna beat your butt when you get home. But if that's really the only thing you have to worry about, then, like, don't really have much to worry about in that case, And then nostalgia too. Looking back at stuff in hindsight is always going to, like, give us a more positive experience. compared to
Sorry, guys.
Oh no, you're good.
I love that golf cart. It's like a really long golf
That
cart.
thing's baller.
Yeah, that thing's sick. It's a really long golf cart. It's actually really cool.
And it's got a license plate on it.
Dude, that thing's dope.
We'll have to get one of those.
Yeah, I might have to.
Put it on the list.
But yeah, I mean, when you think about stuff that happened in the past and the present day, it's always a lot more joyful than it was probably in that present moment, you know? Like, I don't know, I tripped running from a bee at your house. Like, what was it?
Yeah,
Was
so
it 6 months ago?
it was.
No?
It was
It
a
was a
minute
while
ago.
back. It was a
It
while
was like when we just got the new house.
Yeah, it was right when John had just moved into his new place, and there were some bees that were giving us some issues kind of near the front door.
Some big issues.
And one of them followed me, and one actually got
Stuck in your
caught
hair.
in my hair, and I was running literally like in circles, like like a bat straight out of hell around this driveway. And because I kept hearing it buzz, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this bee is literally right next to me, and I really did not want to get stung. And so naturally, I'm just running, trying to get this bee away from me, even though it was in my hair, so it wasn't following me, it more so got stuck. And then I tripped over my shoes, and I was wearing my Hokas at the time, which, if you know Hokas, specifically the Bondi 8s, I think they're what I have. They're a very thick shoe, like a very thick soled shoe. And so it's kind of easy to trip on them if you're not being careful about where you're going. And I basically tripped over my feet, and basically went like mouth chin
Dude,
first onto the pavement.
it was
and
gnarly.
I was so scared. Like, as soon as I hit the concrete, I was praying that I did not lose any teeth, because I was like, stuff like that is literally how you lose your teeth. Like, it is how I have heard people lose their teeth, is by just, and their teeth is gone. And so I was like, Lord, please, I really like, and I was bleeding out of my mouth too, because my lip had gotten cut open. And I was bleeding quite a bit from that. And so I was like, Lord, like, please.
Oh, it was wild.
Oh, I really did not want anything to be hurt, or anything that was like crazy, like extensive damage that I had to like go to the hospital for, or urgent care.
Yeah.
Specifically, we probably would have went to urgent care, not the hospital, because that's kind of dramatic. But yeah, I was really nervous, and so like obviously in the moment it was very bad. But looking back on it now, obviously it was not a great moment, but it's funnier looking back on it now.
I don't think it was funny.
I don't think it was funny, but like we can just be like, hey, remember that one time that I was like running away from this bee that got stuck in my hair?
Yeah, and all you had to do was like
it's just-
stand still and let me kill it.
It's just funnier now because you're looking back on it. Like, you're not living
Yeah.
in the present
Yeah.
moment with it. You're not dealing with the fear, the anxiety, the what's going to happen next. You're just like, now looking in hindsight, you're like, oh, that was just, like whatever. If it had been a bigger deal, it'd probably be a different response. But looking back on it now, I'm just like, oh, that's something that happened. And, I'm alive. I didn't lose any teeth. Still got them.
Let's go.
So, that's, I don't know. That's my thing.
What did you learn about that? Like, what was your big takeaway?
Probably just let the bee sting me next time. And not try to run away from it. Because I don't really know what I was thinking. Probably should have just let the bee stung me, because I wouldn't have bashed my
Yeah, because you're not allergic to bees, right?
not that I know of. I think I've been stung by a bee before, like way back when, and I don't think I'm allergic to them. But I don't really have any known allergies. Fun fact about me. I only I'm allergic to pollen, obviously. Like, when there's a lot of pollen in the air, I get very stuffy. But I don't have any food allergies, animal allergies. Like, I don't think I've ever had anaphylactic shock.
I had that once with pistachios.
Yeah, you're allergic to pistachios. You have a food allergy. but I don't have any
Yeah, get away pistachios.
allergies that I know of as of now. Obviously, future, I could have a new set of allergies. But for right now, I basically eat whatever I want and I'm chilling. So
That's fire.
Yeah.
So we've been dating for almost 4 years.
That's crazy. 3.5 right now. We're like halfway.
We're halfway to
between
4
3 and
years.
4.
Yeah.
3.5. But we still got like 6 months, so I'm not gonna say 4 because
Almost a 4.
it's quite a big rounding up.
Well, no, it's just soon.
Well, yeah, but it's like it's been 6 months since or 3 years, so it's like 3.5.
But yeah, all right. So we've been dating for 3.5 years.
Between 3 and 4.
Okay, fine. 3.5 years. What is one thing that, and I'll answer it too. What is like one thing that you feel like you've learned about being in a relationship this long and being with someone like me? Like, what is something that you didn't think like you would enjoy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you were dating other people or talking to other people,
Okay.
there was like not something that'd give you an ick, but it would give you like, but like with me, you've learned to like enjoy that thing or like that thing, or, you know, like an example would be like, you know, someone not playing, like having a partner that doesn't play video games and now they play video games together now.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, mine's gonna be a little bit deeper because I don't really like focus on the little things as much. But I've always been a more serious person, I would say.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think I'm funny at times,
She is. I can agree with that.
but I am not. Overall, I'm very serious about a lot of things. Like, if I do stuff, I don't do them like half butt.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the other word.
No, don't.
I know. But like I kind of go all in, and so I'm just very serious about stuff, and when I do care about stuff, I'm pretty serious about it. But a lot of times when I am serious about stuff to that extent, I'm so deep in it, I really get in my head, and I'm like analyzing every little thing basically because I want to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can in order to achieve the goal or the desire that I want. And so, you know, a lot of times I just end up like beating myself up if I do, you know, if I'm not showing up the way that I should, and I just tend to be in my head, and I can kind of seize the joy out of things that what I'm doing should give me because I'm making it so serious. And I don't know, I really like with you that you know, you're just playful and you're more fun. Like you take stuff seriously as well, but you're like good about just doing it more so and not being in your head about some things. Obviously, like there's times that we're all in our head. So
for sure.
I'm not gonna say like you're never in your head because like everybody is at some point. But like I just feel like you really balance out like my seriousness and you bring out the side of me that's more like more laughing and more funny and more joking. Which I really appreciate because growing up I have like both my parents I think are very funny. And they're very good like storytellers. They have a lot of they're very good storytellers. They have a lot of good stories, and like I've always enjoyed listening to them growing up, and like I knew that if I was with someone, it would have to be someone that was funny
and a storyteller,
and playful, and kind of and like just knows how to lighten the mood. And because I can be like, if I want to set the tone to be serious, I can make it pretty darn serious. Like
she can. It's scary.
And so it's just nice, like having the little La 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 la.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely rainbows and unicorns kind of guy.
Sunshine.
Like,
to my dark cloud.
yeah, like I don't know. I mean, I feel like as long as you've like known me, I don't really try to sit in rain clouds.
Yeah.
Because it's just not
I
fun.
appreciate that about you because I mean there's a lot of times where I get in my head a lot. Especially I feel more so when I'm more isolated from people. Like that was kind of something I dealt with when I was in college. Because I lived 2 hours away from home. And yeah, 2 hours away isn't really a lot in the grand scheme of things. But when you go from growing up around your family and being around your family all the time and just having those strong connections to then going to college and not making like a whole bunch of friends and just feeling like I have more responsibilities than I do having time to have fun. Because
Yeah.
I knew going to college, I wasn't thinking about the fun. I knew that I would have some fun, but I was there to get my degree and to get a career in what I was studying in. And so the biggest thing that I was thinking of is making sure that my grades were good, that I was working jobs in order to sustain myself so I was trying to be as financially responsible as I could. I wasn't trying to be reckless. And so with
Oh yeah,
that,
far from it.
and so with that,
Mystery is the most responsible person I know.
Oh, thanks, Faye. But kind of and I'm not trying to say like take the high road as in like like my path is the only correct path. But when you're doing stuff that's different from what other people around you are doing, it becomes very isolating. And a lot of times you have to remind yourself, like, I'm doing this not because I inherently enjoy it at the moment, but because I know I'm going to thank myself in the future for going through this and for, checking off the boxes to be responsible and to put myself in a good situation where I'm not regretting that in the future.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people go to school and they take out a lot of money and they have fun. Like, yeah, you have a fun couple of years, but then do you want to pay off that debt for the next 10? Are those 2 years really worth the next 10 that you're going to have to pay all that back for? For me, that's just not a decision that is rational or logical.
Oh, 100%.
For at least me to take. Like, I would rather sacrifice my fun so that I can, like, put myself in a better position sooner, basically.
Yeah, it's like
I don't want to be waiting until I'm 40
work now,
to pay
work
off
hard now to play hard later kind of thing.
Yeah, like I don't want to be waiting until I'm 40 or 50 years old to pay off all my student loans and then I'm playing catch up.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
But
Because, like...
That's me. Mm.
Well, it's like you can't defer student loans.
Yeah.
Like, they'll take that junk out of your paycheck.
Yeah. I mean, when was that enacted? Like a couple months ago now? A month or two ago? Now they don't allow, I don't know if it's any more deferment, but like...
Basically, what you got is what you got.
It's going to be a lot more difficult now to prolong it unless you're actively in school. And a lot of people, they escape having to pay for their student loans because they just stay in school for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And if that's what you want to do, go ahead. But me personally, I like being able to enjoy Sundays and not worrying about the assignment that's due at 11:59 p.m.
Same. Just kidding. I was homeschooled.
I do not miss that at all. Like, I like enjoying my weekends and preparing myself for the work week, having my Saturdays and my Sundays to truly decompress, relax, and get myself ready for the next week. But, like some people, they constantly got to be doing stuff. I'm not that person. Like, I'm someone, I will give 110% to what I know I have to do during the week. But on the weekends, I want to relax and I want to be able to take my time, decompress. I don't want to be feeling pressured to do anything. I want to be able to spend the time that I have with my family, my friends, my loved ones, having personal time for myself and, getting me prepared for the next week.
Yeah, no, 100%. I get you. Because that's like what I'm learning now, that I can't be running every day. Because even the Lord took a day of rest.
Yeah.
And I shall need to do that as well if I want to, elevate to the next level.
Yep. We all need
for
rest,
sure.
and we all need our time to and that's another thing too I see with a lot of people that have the not even the workaholic mindset, but the grinding mindset. Like that you always have to be grinding.
Grinding.
And it's like, I understand, like, yeah, you should definitely be working hard, but you can't be working hard all the time. Because in the long run, you're just going to be setting yourself back because you're just burning yourself out so many different times. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like we go to the gym. So if anybody goes to the gym, what's up?
Welcome, gym bros.
Gym bros.
Gym
girls.
Gym girls?
Gym girls and gym bros. But the biggest thing with the gym is that, like, if you go consistently, say you go 5 times a week and you do that for a couple months and, you're lifting pretty heavy, you're progressively overloading, doing all the stuff that you're supposed to. And, 1 week comes up and it's a really hard week for you. Maybe work is really bad. Maybe you just lost a loved one. Maybe, like something like earth-shattering happened in your life. Or even if you're just feeling like a lot of fatigue or you're just really in your head, you might just need a period of time where
Check the camera.
No, you're good. Where you want to be away from the gym. You don't want to have to think about going to the gym. You want to just take the time to decompress and relax and, get in your psyche and your body prepared to get back to it. Or maybe if you just feel like you're in a monotonous cycle. Sometimes it's just good to take that break. And a break doesn't have to be vacation. It certainly could be. Vacation is a great way to take a break from the gym.
Oh, yeah.
You're relaxing, getting your muscles all nice and relaxed and like
bulking up, baby.
Recharging yourself, as one would say. You're mostly recharging your body. Usually your mind too. Spirit can really only refresh yourself in Jesus and in the Lord, and
you gotta dive into the Word.
Yeah, in the Word.
Because without a relationship, you don't have a foundation, and that's why before you start dating, realistically, you need to have a good foundation.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you'll just be like, you'll just take what the world has. You'll take like what the world has as the foundation, but the foundation doesn't last because it's not on the baseline of an everlasting creator. Because, if we take what the world says is the foundation, it's, money,
drugs,
alcohol, intercourse, everything.
Yeah. Greed.
And all of those end when it's your time to end. And that's why I like the Bible being the basic living instructions before leaving Earth. And I think that's like such a good.
That acronym.
I think that acronym is like truly great for it. And it's just like one of those things that it's just like.
Yeah. No, I really like that acronym. I think that's really cool. Whoever came up with that.
Shout out whoever. But yeah, it's just like I think the plan is to talk about like our growth and what else would you want to talk about on here?
Yeah, I mean growth. I mean, I more so, and me personally, John knows this. I'm not a big fan of content. I really don't like being much on social media. I've had my time before when it was my thing and I enjoyed being on it. Now I just enjoy life and appreciating what God blesses me with and where he puts me and what he's doing with my life to build his kingdom in whichever way that is.
Oh, for sure.
I
agree.
But I like just the knowing I can in the future look back and be like, hey, like we started this when, we were still, like
and
working full time, living at our separate places, not married. Like,
yeah, I think, yeah.
Like, I don't know. In the future, it's like when we have these things like accomplished that we've worked and we've prayed for, like, we'll just appreciate like moments like these where, we just share our journey and like see how far that we've came from the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
I think this is like day 1, chapter 1 of the book of our story.
Yeah. I mean,
not per se.
On for like
but, yeah, but like, for the camera, like kind of thing. I think
like a video diary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Definitely.
And it's just going to get better from here. We're just going to figure out better ways to do all this.
Yeah.
But yeah, if this is something you guys, I don't know, want to see, comment, like, do your thing. And yeah, it's not going to be anything fancy every week. It's not going to be crazy, but this is something that I would like to do with you every week, and we just kind of vibe, just talk, and anything that is like growth or progress, we just talk about.
Yeah.
And then our struggles.
It doesn't even have to be growth or progress. Yeah, like, well, you just said it. Darn, you beat me to it. I'm more so, I like knowing what people are struggling with.
Yeah, so tell us, and we'll be more than happy to talk about, like.
That's a big reason why I'm not so into content as John is, because I think there's too much content that focuses on
the fluff,
the good.
Yeah.
And not the bad. And it's like, but people want to see the bad. They want to see the struggles. They want to see the realness, the authenticity behind, behind the good, because there's always going to be good times and bad times. There's never one person that just has good stuff going on for 20 years of their life. It's just, that's not how it works. Like, you're always going to have your trials and your tribulations, and it's going to affect, we're all going to have different ones. So,
oh yeah, 100%.
That we're not alone in whatever we struggle with is very refreshing. And, it helps to remind us that we are humans at the end of the day. But yeah.
Well, this is episode 1 of the Better Together podcast. Yeah. We'll see where it takes us from here.
Bye.